We are back.
We are back, y'all. I don't know what happened, but guess what? You just gotta take a break, restart, refresh, and come back. So we were going to get into our local news segment. So let's talk about local news. Guess who is retiring? Do you know Hugh Perkins? Give me 1 second. I keep this. Yeah, my internet is not. Thought it would come up real quick, but anyway. So I'll come back to that story. Glenn, did you hear about the 5-year-old that was killed? The mother and her 5-year-old son and the boyfriend that the family found dead in their home on the
Yeah,
west side.
I did.
And that story was very, very sad on so many levels.
Yes, yes, it was.
And it's saying that it says mother, son, and her boyfriend found dead in their home. It's reported that the 5-year-old was shot execution style in the face. And it says right now they have two teens in custody that are 116, 117. And this was, early in the week when they reported. And I'm not sure what the motive was. Was it robbery? Was it somebody they knew? I don't know. But it's like, how do you kill anybody? But how do you shoot a 5-year-old?
Well, they actually have released the 17-year-old. He's
Oh,
he's been released without charges.
wow. Mm,
So they're saying that the 16-year-old did the murders.
that's really something. That's really something.
Yeah.
To like I said, it's horrible to murder anyone. And like I said, it's nothing. How can I? Murder is nothing new. Homicide is nothing new. It happens every day. But when you look at like old gangster movies, or you'll hear different people who lived a certain lifestyle at one point, and they rehabilitated themselves, and they no longer live a certain lifestyle. You will always hear them say that children and old people most of the time were off limits in whatever it was they were doing. They would seek out whoever their victim was. But if it was more likely a child or, elderly person, they wouldn't bother those people.
Yeah.
And now, it's no holds barred for anybody. And I felt bad for the grandmother, of the little boy. And she was just on, TV, just, sad and crying like, how could somebody do this to her grandbaby? So to her grandson, and then of course to the others as well. So just just send out prayers for that family, that lost their loved ones, because that's really, really something. Like 3 people, that
Yeah.
was really sad
Yeah,
for
it
me.
is.
But I don't know, these children. And we have 2 news anchors that will be retiring. It's
Yeah.
like Hugh Perkins. I can't think of the other lady's name. Is it Monica Gale? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't generally watch the news.
Yes, you don't. I don't watch it as much, but yes, Hugh Perkins from Fox 2 Channel News and Monica Gale will be retiring at the end of March. So we'll have some new, either promoted or totally new anchors for Channel 2 News. I watch the news here and there, but I'm not a frequent watcher of it. However, I used to watch it more. Older people, they watch the news all day. So I would see it more and catch the stories more when I would visit my parents, and stuff. But, for anybody to get to retire, congratulations to them.
Wow.
So that was my local news segment. Oh, oh, oh. And my celebrity gossip. Everyone knows that Glenn is not fond of Wendy Williams. So this every time I see her, hear her name, anything about her, all I can think of you. I mean, all I can do is think about you, just not caring much for her as a person, but appreciating her diligence and hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Her show will be ending. This will be the last season.
Good.
And Sherry Shepherd was taking over her they had different celebrities coming in day by day or week by week to host the show, but the most consistent has been Sherry Shepherd. And from this stint that she's done filling in for the Wendy Williams show, once that show is canceled, then Sherry Shepherd will have her own show that will fill the old Wendy Williams spot.
Good.
So that's good. And watching Sherry Shepherd, like I said, we all start, and you will hear many people talk about, how many no's they got, or like you say, how sometimes you'll see one person winning and you'll look and be like, why not me? You think I don't know, we think it's just negative, like, what am I doing wrong? Sometimes you could be doing everything right, nothing wrong, and of course we know it just may not be your time. And when it's your time, it's your time. And in Sherry Shepherd's case, it's just her time. Opportunity presented itself to her to give her a chance, to see, can she really do this? So maybe that was a test from God, to call and say, hey, fill in, let me see how well you handle this.
Yeah.
And then if I know you can handle this, then I'm going to grace you with something bigger, a bigger platform, something that you've wanted, something that you dreamed about. And she was excited, happy, and saying that was something, having her own show was something that she wanted and dreamed about. So
yeah,
I'm happy for her because I know how that feels.
Mm-hmm.
So soon I'll have my own talk show on a couch.
You already have your own
So
talk
yeah,
show.
shout out to Well, I do have my own show, but my expansion, shall I say that?
Okay.
Ready to expand. When I expand in my time, then all this will be looking different.
Okay.
I might have a whole studio,
Okay.
a cameraman.
Yeah, because we right now, like today, this stuff is but that's the thing that you have to deal with. With this technology, you have to
Mm-hmm.
all of these things have to be dealt with in some kind of way.
Okay, but you know what? I don't get bent out of shape about it.
And I tell people all the time that we shouldn't, because it's a part of what we do, and
Yes.
you're relying on someone else's technology to work the way that they sell to work.
Yeah, that is true.
But the show
So,
must, it's a saying in show business for a reason, and that saying is the show must go on, and
it must go on.
rain, sleet, or snow.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. If you allow everything that you couldn't control affect you, you still gonna have the same result in the end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can sit here and be mad, but then at the end of the day, we still have to restart. And guess what? That's it. Either we restart or we got to come back next week or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
So I don't get bent out of shape, like you said, about stuff that we can't control.
Oh, right.
Exactly. And then, of course, so again, shout out to Sherry Shepherd, and I shall follow in your footsteps, and to reaching my ultimate goal when my time comes.
Yes.
And it's coming. It's coming. And then in world news, this world, it's not the world, because the world just exists. It's the people in it. And the people that we have to trust to make decisions for us on a global level is just disheartening to a point. And just watching the footage where Russia has invaded Ukraine. Of course, you see that's worldwide footage and across the airwaves. We've just witnessed so much in the last few years that for me, I just don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. I mean, like one minute you could be up and then something else will happen